Your limitation is your imagination. I'm Ritu Singh, your science teacher, and today we'll continue our previous chapter, which is respiration in organisms, chapter 15. Okay, so let's start. As it is saying that why do we feel hungry after doing a physical activity like walking or running? Have you ever thought of it? No? Okay. So first we'll study from this worksheet. Okay. When we do a physical activity, the food that is present in our body is converted into energy. Okay. So as we know that the food which we intake, that changes into that energy. Okay, which we use. As we know that we need to generate energy to do that exercise, so our food is consumed there in doing that exercise. Okay. The lungs are located in the chest cavity, which is surrounded by the ribs. As we know that our chest cavity is surrounded by ribs. As we know now that our lungs are protected by the rib cage. Okay. So on the floor of the chest cavity lays a muscle sheet called diaphragm. So there is a sheet-like structure that is called diaphragm. Okay. During the breathing process, the movement of these ribs and diaphragm take place. This is so because the lungs expand and contract during breathing. Okay, as we inhale oxygen or as we inhale air, so our lungs expand. Okay, because that air take that place. Okay, but when we exhale that air or that carbon dioxide, then our lungs contract. Okay, why is it so? Because that air leaves that space. Okay, so this is the contraction and expansion of the lungs. As we take in the air, it fills up the lung. This moves the diaphragm downwards and the rib outwards. Okay, as I was talking about. The lungs, when releasing out air from the body, which brings back the diaphragm and the ribs to their original position. As I was talking about, that whenever we release the gas outside the body, then our lungs come in the position as they were before. Okay. So, moving on. Why do we sneeze? As we inhale the air present in the surroundings, sometimes various unwanted elements such as smoke and dust are also included in it. Okay, so as we know that why do we sneeze? As we inhale the air from our surrounding, okay, and dust particles and some polluted particles are also there. So whenever these particles enter our nose, then only we sneeze. Okay. However, they get stuck in the hair in our nostril, but some of them can get through the nasal cavity. Okay, but some of them can pass through the nasal cavity inside our body. Okay, they thus cause irritation in the nasal cavity, which makes us sneeze. So they create an irritation in our nasal cavity. So that's why we sneeze. Okay. Now we'll talk about the breathing of other animals like cockroaches. How do cockroaches breathe? Many insects like cockroaches have small openings called spiracles present on the side of the bodies. As spiracles are present here in the side of the body, and also they have air tube like structure called the tracheae, and that allows the exchange of gases in these insects. Okay, so these are spiracles. And these spiracles and tracheal tubes or tracheae allow the gases to pass through their body. Okay, this is how cockroaches breathe. Okay, and now breathing in earthworms. How do earthworms breathe? Earthworms have a soft, slimming and moist skin. So, as we already know that earthworms breathe through their skin. Okay. Similarly, frogs also breathe through their skin. Okay. As we already know that plants take carbon dioxide gas and they release oxygen gas, okay, during the photosynthesis process. Okay. The bark of trees, although is impermeable to gases, hence these tissues serve an important purpose of respiration in these stems. As the name suggests, lenticels have a lens-like shape. Okay, so sometimes these lenticels allow gases to pass through them. Okay, because stems also need to pass some gases through them. Okay, this is how. why plants can die if overwater? This is very important question, that why do plants die when they are overwatered? So we know that the roots get oxygen from the soil. Okay, this is already known that roots get oxygen from the soil. We also understand that the air in the soil is present between the soil particles. Okay, as we know that soil particles have spaces between them, so air is found there only. Okay, along with the air, soil also contains some water or moisture, as we already know that water and moisture is also found there inside the soil. Okay, if we overwater the plants, the spaces between the soil particles get clogged with that water which we will give to those plants. Okay, so as a result, the roots will not be able to get enough air and the plants can die. So this is how roots will not get their oxygen properly. So this is how plants die due to overwater. Okay, so students, this is for today. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.